also attain those qualities. Repeat after me. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vakprana Chakshu Shrotram Atho Balam Indriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahmopanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryat Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranam Astu Anirakaranam Me Astu Tadatmani Nirate Ya Upanishatsu Dharmaste Mayi Santo Te Mayi Santo Om Shanti 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 Shubhodaya. And yesterday in India they celebrated 69th Independence Day. It's an Independence Day celebration. I was contemplating on that one. What is independence? Has India really achieved independence? Earlier it was under the clutches of Britishers. Now it has gone to the clutches of politicians and bureaucrats. Has the independence, purpose of independence be achieved? Are they really independent? And projecting onto ourselves, extending further onto ourselves, are we independent? We are dependent on society, family members, employer, employee, and even our actions are dependent. When our doing, we got to be mindful what implication it has on others. Are we independent? It's independence that there is no independence for everyone. It's everyone is dependent on other. It's no one likes to be independent. We are dependent on others. And in it's a yoga also, it says, it's a karma yoga's definition, not freedom from action, freedom in action. We have to discover the freedom within, not outside. It's inner freedom should be there when we are doing. Outer, outer, whatever we are doing, we are dependent on many factors. There is no independence, but inner, discover the inner freedom within. That is the real independence. Discovering the inner freedom, it's called as the spirituality. And there are two different things. One is called as religion, and another is called as spirituality. Religion is a social norm. It's when I keep going to the temple as a obligation that others have invited. If I don't go, what will happen? And I will go there, wear certain costume, and do some. Whatever they say that I do that one. It's a social norm. Religion is generally a social norm, but we should not confine ourselves to the social norm. We should go further, deeper. We should make an effort. To practice within, and religion is mainly in a group activity, and spirituality is alone. We are treading the path alone. We have to make an effort within. In religion, it's a outer show. Spirituality is inner sadhana. No one knows what sadhana we are doing. In privacy, in quietness, without be aware, no one knows our sadhana. It's in very private sadhana. Religion is an outer show and inner show. And Patanjali Yoga Sutra we are covering the last week, Yama and Niyama. Yama is called as the social norm, and Niyama is called as the spiritual norm. And in our practice, it's Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga says, don't be too spiritual, become antisocial. Your existence, you are dependent on the society. You have to be in the society also. So don't run away from the society. Be part of the society. And at the same time, it says in the social norm, only in the social norm. Don't get engrossed only in the social norm. Have a time for yourself. Find the quietness, stillness within. and it is expressed in the symbol of swastika. Swastika, Indian symbol, it's a horizontal, vertical, and horizontal. Again, vertical, horizontal, and vertical. Vertical line indicates the spirituality. Horizontal indicates the social norm. Social norm and spirituality should be blended properly. Then only life has a meaning. That's the symbol of swastika. It's our spirituality and it's a social norm. It should be blended together. Do not spend your life only in the social norm. It's only in the outer adumberation, outer religious pursuit. It's a spirituality. It has to be blended with your personal sadhana also. Then only there is a fulfillment in life. That's the broad meaning of yama and niyama. And in the same message is conveyed in Christianity also, that cross indicates one is a vertical line and the horizontal line. Generally people think it's a symbol of Jesus being crucified, but there is an inner meaning to that one that indicates that social norm and the spiritual line, it should be blended together, and the social life, take the social life a bit higher. It's not right at the center, take it a bit higher. Even the social norm, spiritualize your social norm. That's the indication of the cross symbol. In Yama, as last week I mentioned, it's a 5 in principle. Niyama has 5 in principle. So together it is called as 10-point program. It's Yama starts with ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. And niyama starts with shaucha, santosha, tapa, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhana. We were touching upon ahimsa last week. Ahimsa, it's Gandhiji's, word was ahimsa, paramo dharmaha. It's ahimsa is the highest of the religion. It's ahimsa. Last week we saw that I showed you that tamasic food, rajasic food, sattvic food. Like a tamasic food, like fish or beer can, sattvic food like fruits, and rajasic food like onion. The energy level, what energy level it has, we showed that one last week. And if you take a lot of tamasic, rajasic food, it has an effect on our mind. Food, what we eat, it's not just a gross food, it has an energy in that one. Every food has an energy. In the Chandogya Upanishad, it's in the Upanishad invocation prayer we said, in that one it says, the food what we eat, it's not only it has the 3 component, it's a gross part comes out, it doesn't get digested in the food, in the body, it comes out as a stool, and the mid part of the food goes into our flesh, and jaisa an aisa man, and the third one, it's a subtle part, fine part of the food goes to our mind. As a food has an effect on our mind, how we think. And in the Bhagavad Gita it says, and as our nature changes, our food habits also changes. It's the mind. As we do the sadhana, more and more sadhana, some sort of food, we try to stay away from that one, because that person realizes the impact it has on the food. And the practitioner of yoga and the spirituality should be very careful on the type of food one eats. It's because it has an effect on that one. And in Upanishad, again it says, it's ahara shuddho sattva shuddhihi. Ahara, pure food is required to have a pure mind. Ahara shuddho sattva shuddhihi. It says. And in Sri Sukta, in the Lakshmi Sukta, it says, Kshuptipasa malam jeshtam lakshmim nashayamyaham. Kshuptipasa, may my desire for the wrong food and wrong drink, may it go away. Because if I am attracted to the wrong food and wrong drink, it invites a Lakshmi. A Lakshmi means it's a sister, Lakshmi's elder sister. It's to give a story in Samudra Mathana, in the churning of the ocean. It's demons and it's divine people. They started churning the ocean to attain the immortality. Everyone wanted the Amrita. Everyone wanted the immortality. Both Asuras and Rakshasas, they started churning. And it's divine people on one side, demonic people on one side started churning, and in that process various things comes up. It's demonic people. That first thing came out was Lakshmi's elder sister. It's a very enchanting, very attractive. Demons, they said, yes, we want that one. It's intoxicating. It demons took over that one, and it led to their downfall. And Lakshmi is just is a younger sister. She came very pure, only divine. It's she even divine people, they wanted that one, but she resorted to the highest principle, most pure. It's a Narayana. That's the symbol. And in our body also, in our yoga sadhana, our spinal column is there. Spinal column represents the churning, that Mandara, mountain Mandara. Demonic people are there, divine people are there. They are fighting that one. Everyone wants to have a supremacy. And many things attracts the demonic forces and divine forces. And the demonic forces get attracted for the wrong food and wrong drink. It ultimately brings our downfall. That's the meaning of that Lakshmir me Nashir. It's a Shukpipa Asa Malam Jeshtam Lakshmi Nashayamiham. It's a meaning of that one. May we have a control over our tongue. It's a tongue is only 2 square inches. Residence time of the food in our tongue is say a few seconds. To satisfy few seconds, we should not get addicted to the wrong food and wrong drink. And it's a one dimension. And also ahimsa. Ahimsa means not we becoming a passive. It's everyone, we become like a doormat. Everyone runs over us. Ahimsa means you should have courage to stand up also. If anything wrong is happening, you should have courage to say it is wrong. That is called as another ahimsa. Ahimsa is a police person. It's if he says he's following ahimsa, he doesn't want to catch any wrongdoers because he doesn't want to hurt them. It is not ahimsa. He's doing injustice to the society. He's doing it's ahimsa. He's hurting the society. Policeman's job is to catch the wrongdoers. That is the ahimsa. If in the garden, a weed is growing, your job is to pull the weeds out. If you say, I am doing ahimsa, I am not pulling the weed, you are destroying the whole garden. It's a gardener, you have to pull out the wrong things, inappropriate things from the places. That is called as ahimsa. That's part of ahimsa. As a soldier, if he says, I am doing ahimsa, I will let all the people to come into the country. That is, he's doing the ahimsa to the country. Ahimsa means protect for the welfare. It's small things, you have to sacrifice the small things to protect the greater things. That is another dimension of ahimsa. If I have a gangrene, it's to protect the whole body. I have to amputate certain part of the body. That is called as ahimsa. Ahimsa, if a doctor cannot say, I'm doing ahimsa, I don't want to touch any part. If a cancerous, it's a growth is there, that has to be taken out to protect the whole body. That is called as ahimsa. Ahimsa, to protect the major, sacrifice the small. That is called as ahimsa. Another dimension of ahimsa. It's ahimsa opens up. It's differently that one is the food part, and one is sacrifice the small things for the achieving the higher things. That is the ahimsa. We will touch upon the ahimsa further deeper in the next week. We will touch how it is connected to other limbs. Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, how it is connected. We will see that one next week. Lie down on your back.